Good morning, Peaceful Place friends. Teacher Mary here. I just am so honored that I get to do the last video of the school year. I can't believe it's already the end of the school year, and I miss all of you so much. It's kind of crazy to think that we didn't get to spend the whole year in the classroom together, but we still got to see each other through Zoom calls or video chatting and getting to see pictures of all the things you guys have been doing at home with the videos we've been creating, all of your teachers, Teacher Erica, Teacher Brianna, and Teacher Meryl, and myself. And today we are going to be talking about friendship. Now, what is a friend, right? What is a friend? A friend is somebody that you like to spend your time with, somebody that you care about, no matter the differences you have, somebody that when you get together you have fun and you have some things in common. Your friend is somebody that you stand up for, like if something not so nice is happening to them and you stand up for them because that's your friend and your heart cares so much about them, right? And I'm sure all of you have friends. Of course you do, right? Because we call each other friends in the classroom. You have all the friends from your class. You probably have friends outside of the school too, right? You might have friends that live on the same street as you do. Or you might have family friends, like your parents have friends and they have kids too. So then you become friends sometimes. And even sometimes we can consider family friends. I know that I consider my sisters my best friends because even though we're sisters, we still have fun together. We still are a little bit different. Each of us have our own unique qualities, but when we get together, we have fun and we like to do some of the same things. And I also wanted to show you a couple of pictures because we can make friends almost anywhere, right? We can make friends at school, of course. We can make friends when we go to things like if you do piano lessons or if you do gymnastics or dance or if you do some sort of activity, even going to the park. I know I have taken children to the park and they make friends just like that, right? They click with each other and they say, hey, let's play together. And there's a friendship, right? And some friends you may have just for a little while, or you've only known each other for a little while, but you become so close, right? And some people have friends that they've known and been friends with since they were babies, right? Maybe some of you have friends that you've known since you were just infants because your parents were friends, or maybe you were in the same class together at a different place. So there's all types of friends, right? And I wanted to show you some pictures of my favorite friends. And here's one. This is a picture of me and my friends. We all look a little bit different, right? We all come from different places. And we all have different families, and we all have a different life that we lived before we met each other. Now, me and those friends, we've only been friends all together for maybe a few years. We didn't all know each other when we were little or your age or even before that or after that. We've only been friends for a few years, but we formed such a close bond because we all care for each other. We all have fun when we're together, and we all just like being around each other and can really talk about things and trust each other. Here is an example of family being a friend. This is a picture of me, there's me, and this is my cousin, Kaylee. Now, we're cousins, right? So we're technically family, but we love to spend time with each other as much as we can. And when we do, we have so much fun that it feels like we're actually just friends, even though we're still family, right? And like I mentioned with my sisters too, we just love spending time together and we consider each other friends and family. And maybe you have people like that in your life. You can think about that. And of course, my friends, this is a picture from last year that you might know or remember. Some of you who watch this video might even be in this picture, but these are my friends too. I see Teacher Erica, I see Llewellyn, I see Bea, I see Gus. These are all of my friends too. We all spend so much time together, right? In this picture, we spent a whole year, or maybe even some of you, 2 years in the same class together. And we became buds, right? We became friends. And you can make friends that are different ages, right? Like you guys are my friends, and you're quite younger than me, right? I'm an adult and you're still children, and that's okay. You can still have friends that are much older than you or much younger. But what's important is that you keep those friendships that make your heart feel good and that make you smile and feel good about it. We're gonna read a book, and it's not gonna be my voice. I couldn't find the book to read to you, but I found a great video of a different lady reading the book, but it has such a great message. And so let's read that book together, and then we'll talk about it a little bit after, okay?
Toot and Puddle by Holly Hobby. Toot and Puddle lived together in Woodcock Pocket. It was such a perfect place to be that Puddle never wanted to go anywhere else. Toot, on the other hand, loved to take trips. He had been to Cape Cod, the Grand Canyon, and the Redwood Forests. One day in January, Toot decided to set off on his biggest trip ever. He decided to see the world. "Do you want to come along?" he asked Puddle. "We could start with someplace warm and wild." Puddle preferred to stay home. "I love snow," he thought. "Dear Puddle, I've made some new friends in Africa. Is winter getting boring?" Toot. Meanwhile, presenting Puddle at Pocket Pond. "Dear Puddle, Egypt is awesome. The pyramids are the greatest. Wish you could meet me at the oasis. Your friend, Toot." March mint maple syrup. Puddle wished Toot were there to taste the pancakes. "Dear Puddle, can you believe I'm in the Solomon Islands? There in the Pacific Ocean. I spend all day underwater. I love being in a school of fish. Has spring come yet? Your pal, Toot." Yes, spring had arrived. Puddle was having mud season. Yay! "Dear Puds, am I in India or is this a dream? It's your birthday, May 3rd. Hope your party is the best. Friends forever, Toot." Back at Woodcock Pocket. "For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, that nobody can deny." "Dear Puddle, help! Mountain climbing is scarier than jumping out of a plane. Remember when I talked you into going parachuting? Your friend in the Alps, Toot." Puddle remembered. "Dear Puddle, you would love Matador Camp. The bull's name is Dandio. Bravo from Spain, Toot." In July, presenting Puddle at Pocket Pond. Every time he jumped in, he cheered, "Olé!" "Dear Puddle, August is cold in Antarctica, but I've made more friends here than anywhere yet. Are you going to the beach this year? I miss you. Do you miss me? Friends forever, Toot." Yes, Puddle missed his friend. "Dear Pudsey, bonjour from Paris. Art is everywhere. Love is in the air. Au revoir, Toot." "I love art," thought Puddle. "Dearest Puzio, Italy is heaven. It's one big treat. Your friend Tuzio." Meanwhile, it was Halloween in Woodcock Pocket. Puddle decided to be horrifying. One morning in November, Toot woke up and thought, "It's time to go home." Yay! Toot's coming! December called for celebration. "Here's to all of your adventures around the world," said Puddle. "Here's to all of your adventures right at home," said Toot. "And here's to being together again," Toot and Puddle said at the same time. Toot was happy to be back in his own bed, and Puddle was happy too. "I wonder if it will snow all night," Puddle said. "I hope so," said Toot. "Then we'll go sliding," said Puddle. "And skiing," said Toot. "Good night, Toot. Good night, Puddle."
That was a great book, wasn't it? I loved that there were two friends and they were best friends. They even lived together, right? Best friends that lived together. And one, he kind of had some differences than the other, right? One liked to kind of stay home, stay around the neighborhood, not really go far. And the other friend loved to explore and go and see all different parts of the world, right? But even though they were different and not together, they still knew that each other was their best friend or really good friend, right? They wrote letters, and at the end they reunited, and it felt like no time had passed at all, right? Those are sometimes the best friendships, when you can do different things and maybe not see each other for a while, but then when you see each other again, it's like nothing changed. You're just still best friends. You're still good friends, and you still have fun together, even though you didn't see each other every day like you might when you were in the same classroom, right? Or in the same neighborhood. Maybe sometimes you'll have a friend that moves far away, but you can still keep in touch. Of course, today we can call each other on the phone. We can definitely still write letters, right? And we can see each other on FaceTime or Zoom calls like we have, right? We've all been spending time apart from each other, but I'm sure that if we were all back in the classroom together, it would be like nothing changed, right? We would all still have our friends. We would all be so happy to see each other, and that's what makes friends, right? I know Teacher Merrill and I worked in the same classroom for many years, and we became good friends. And then I went and worked with Teacher Erica for a couple years, and when I would see Teacher Merrill again, I would get so excited because she was a good friend, and that's how it works sometimes. Sometimes you go for a long time without seeing each other. Like this year, some of you will go on and you will go to kindergarten, which is a big step, right? Kindergarten, that's so exciting. Some of you might go to different schools and have many new friends to make, just like the friends going to kindergarten. And some of us will still see each other when we start school again in September. And for those of you who see the familiar faces again, it'll be like nothing passed, right? But be like you saw each other just yesterday, because you have some good friendships in the classroom. And no matter what, no matter how long you stay away from a peaceful place, whenever you come back, you're always gonna feel like a friend. And I can't wait to see some of your faces again. Hopefully some of you who do go on will come back and visit us, visit your old friends at Peaceful Place, your old friend teachers. But yeah, so friendship is just a really beautiful thing, and it's so amazing when you can find people that, you know, you have fun with, you connect with, and love spending your time with, because time is precious, right? Anyways, I love you, my friends, and I can't wait to see you again sometime. And I hope you all get to see each other soon. And I hope some of you come back to visit who go on to kindergarten or different schools.